Yo, what's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to my webinar. We're about to get started. We're going to start promptly. I'm sweating a little bit, got this light on me. So welcome to my webinar titled How to Lose Weight and Never Find It Again, right? So before we get started, I want to introduce myself to those of you that don't know who I am. My name is Danny Crawford, and I'm a certified personal trainer. I'm certified through the National Academy of Sports Medicine. I have specializations in group fitness, weight loss, and behavior change. I'm also a wellness coach, motivational speaker, and a new author of an upcoming book titled How to Lose Weight and Never Find It Again. So I decided to put this webinar together to break down 9 steps to losing weight and keeping it off, right? So just please remove any distractions, phones, your bad kids running around, TV, just remove everything. If you have a pen or paper, grab that so you can take some notes. I really encourage that. The presentation will be about 30 to 40 minutes long. We're going to go over the 9 steps in great detail, and then we're going to have a Q&A at the end. All right, so before we get started, let me just give you a little background. So I wasn't always into fitness. I once lived an unhealthy lifestyle. So I decided to change my life in around 2013 when my son was born. I lost both my parents when they were fairly young. My father was 45, my mother was 49. And after my third son, Devin, was born, I realized I didn't want my kids to experience what I experienced growing up, losing my parents so young. So, I just jumped on this fitness thing and, transformed my life. And as I transformed my life, a lot of my friends and family noticed and asked me to help them. So I'm a natural helper, I'm a natural giver, and that just led me down the field of personal training. And I haven't looked back since. And during my journey, I had to do some inventory on how did I stay focused? How do I maintain keeping the weight off and staying fit. And I came up with 9 steps that helped me. Some of these steps won't apply to you, but, if it do, you could definitely take advantage of it. So I'm going to get into it. We're going to get into the presentation. And so let's do it. Let me just share my screen. I'm still new to this, so bear with me. We're going to have a Q&A at the end, like I said. We're going to have a Q&A at the end. So you're going to be able to ask your questions. So also, please, if you are going to ask questions, put it in the comments. I'm going to read the comments at the end, and we're going to go over all of the questions so we can be able to answer them promptly and on time and all of that good. So what up, Denny? All right, so let's get started. So name of this webinar is called How to Lose Weight and Never Find It Again. 9 proven steps to reach your health and fitness goals, right? So we're going to go over each step. I'm going to list them, and then each slide, we're going to go into great detail, okay? So the first step is set realistic goals. Like I say, you might want to write this stuff down. This is crucial stuff. So you want to set realistic goals. That's the first step. That's number 1. Number 2, you want to invest in a fitness class or a trainer. Number 3, you want to surround yourself around fitness-minded people. Number 4, you want to limit your alcohol consumption. Number 5, you're going to want to learn to love your body. Number 6 is meditate. Number 7, go to the doctor at least once a year. Number 8, one of my favorites called intermittent fasting. We're going to talk about that. And number 9 is exercise 3 to 4 times a week at least, right? So before we go into set realistic goals, if you all can do me a favor, put in the chat. I'm not going to look at it now, but put in the chat your goals. Put down one of your goals, right? So I want you to put down one of your goals. Give yourself the reason why that's your goal, right? So you're gonna put down your goal, whatever your goal is. I wanna lose 20 pounds, 30. Write down your goal, the reason why, and then give yourself a timeline on when you wanna finish that goal. All right, so put that in the chat. So after we go over the first slide, I want you to see if it aligns with what I'm teaching. All right, so the first side is set realistic goals. All right, so I'm gonna give you some time, a couple of more seconds to put down your goals. Whatever it is, if you wanna lose weight, you wanna gain weight, even though this is a weight loss webinar, but if you wanna lose weight, give yourself a reason why and the time you wanna give yourself to reach that goal. All right, a couple of more seconds so you can do that. I see the chat thing populating. All right, so here we go. Set realistic goals. So what is a realistic goal? A realistic goals are the goals in which the chances of achievements are considerably high, right? So you want to set something that's realistic, you know, that's chances of you achieving that goal is high. And something we like to call in the fitness world, it's called SMART goals. You know, it's an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely, right? The reason why we apply the SMART goals because it kind of like paints the picture for your goals and it puts it all in perspective and it kind of shows you exactly what it is. And I'm gonna explain each acronym to you in better detail. So the first one is specific and measurable, right? You want your goals to be specific. You know, you don't want to just say, I want to lose weight, right? You want to put a number on it. You want to say something like, I want to lose 40 pounds. So that's specific and measurable. You don't want to be vague. You want to be direct. You know, you want to have that in your mind. You want to write it down. Be direct with your goals, right? So specific and measurable. The next one is attainable, right? I see a lot of the times on these memes, you know, these sayings is like, they be saying, make it make sense. Like that's the new saying, make it make sense. So you want to make sure your goals make sense, right? So if your goal is to lose 40 pounds, it doesn't make sense to say I want to lose 40 pounds in a month. Of course, that's great, right? But that doesn't make sense. It's not doable. It's almost impossible, right? So you want to make it make sense. So you want to give yourself some time instead of just saying I want to lose 40 pounds in a month. You want to say like 6 months or 8 months. Give yourself some time to make it more attainable. The next one, R, is relevant. All right, this is your reason why. You know, why do you want to lose this 40 pounds in 6 months? What's going down in 6 months? Is it your birthday? Is it a wedding? You know, is it a party? I mean, a summer party, anything, right? That's your reason why. That's going to motivate you. But I also like to tell my clients to dig a little bit deeper, right? You don't want to just say, you know, I want to lose because of my birthday or because of the summer. You know, those things aren't like strong enough. You know, you want to dig something deep. You know, like my reason for getting in shape and losing weight was losing my mother. Like I wanted to avoid dying young, you know, and it's sad, you know, something sad to think about, but it keeps me focused. It keeps me motivated. So you want to dig deep, you know, why do you want to lose this weight, right? The next thing is timely. You want to give yourself a time frame, okay? So the reason why I say that is if you just say, I want to lose weight and you don't put a time on it, you know, think about it. When you go to school, there's a reason why teachers use deadlines when they give it to their children. I mean, to the students, when they give a project to students. There's a reason why they use deadlines, because if they don't use a deadline, it's not going to be done. So you want to give yourself a timeline. All right. So that's SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. All right. So remember the ones, except for Stephanie driving, the ones that wrote this down, I want you to look at your goals and see if it aligns. Is it specific and measurable? You know, is it attainable? Does it make sense? Is it relevant? is your reason why, is it strong enough? Is it something that you're going to be like, you know what, this has to happen? And is it timely, right? So I'm not going to go over it now with you, but I'm going to look at it. I'm going to be able to see the comments. But just think about that. When you set these goals, that's the format you want to use. You want to do SMART goals, all right? So we're going to go on to the next slide. So the next slide is one of my favorites. It's called invest in a class or a trainer or a wellness coach, right? And the reason why you want to invest in a class or a trainer, like joining a class or a trainer will help you stay on track by holding you accountable. When you join a fitness class or you hire a trainer, they're on you. Like I'm going to show you this video, my fitness class. If you see it, there's a group of us. We're all working out, and I encourage the clients. Let me turn the volume down. I don't know if you can hear me. Sorry. I'm encouraging my clients to encourage each other, to push each other, teamwork. We holding ropes so we can all be held accountable. Everybody is relying on each other. We're having fun. The music, that's the great thing about, group classes. And when you're dealing with a personal trainer, you get that direct support and encouragement. A good personal trainer is not just someone that's going to tell you to pick things up and put them down. They're going to actually, show you right techniques. They're going to encourage you. They're going to make sure you're actually learning as you're working out. It's not just working out, especially in a personal training session. It's hard to do it in a group session. That's why I say you got to either join a group or deal with a personal trainer, whatever is your preference, right? Another good thing, you get expert advice from the personal trainer, like I said. So now moving on to the next slide. I don't want to hold on to that one too long. We're going to move on to the next one, which is surround yourself around fitness-minded people. There's this motivational speaker. His name is Jim Rohn, and he's a very well-known motivational speaker. And he said, you are the average of the 5 people you hang around with. You are the company you keep. So if you hang around people that are drinking, smoking, whatever, anything that's negative that doesn't align with your goals, guess what? They're going to have a big influence on you, right? So you want to hang around people that are focused on their eating, focused on their exercising, focused on their health. You don't want to be around people that don't align with your goal. And just like you don't want to hang around broke people. I don't like being around broke people. I like to be around people that are about, success and, accomplishing things. Because if you hang around broke people and you got money, guess what? You're going to wind up being broke because you're going to be paying for everything. So also when you hang around fitness-minded people, you got that support. They're going to support you. You're going to support them. You're going to hold each other accountable. You're going to make sure you don't fall off. They're going to help you stay focused, right? Like all of my friends that are fitness-minded, that's not all we talk about, but guess what? We stay on that. That's like the foundation of our friendship, and it minimizes distractions. So for example, I'm gonna give you a very short story. I have a friend, real cool, it's my boy, but he's not into fitness or exercise at all. So if I was to call him and be like, yo, what's up? I'm not gonna say his name. I'm like, yo, what's up, Jay? Let's hang out. I don't feel like working out today. Let's hang out. Let's go out. He's gonna say, hell yeah. Let's go out. Yeah, come on, come out. Let's go drink. Yeah, you work out all the time. Like he's gonna lead me in the wrong direction. So if I want to stay focused and I want to stay disciplined, he's not the person I'm gonna call. And you want to have people that think like you around you the most. And it's hard, sometimes we're with a spouse that's not on the same page, or our kids, they want their snacks. But you just gotta stay disciplined, do distraction, and surround yourself around fitness-minded people. All right. So that's good to know. That's my little fake crew that I used to hang out with. All right. So the next one. All right. So another thing in the chat, So if you're a drinker, I want you to put like a drinking emoji in the chat. If you drink on the weekends, or you like, your favorite, let me see your favorite drink, whatever it is, Ciroc, Hennessy, all of that. Put that in the chat. So the reason why I brought up limit alcohol consumption, because I used to be a drinker. Like every weekend, I always had like a little bottle of Hennessy in my back pocket. And it took a detrimental role on my health and fitness. I was making a lot of bad decisions. I was getting caught up, sometimes waking up in jail cells, like true story. And I just realized it wasn't benefiting me, and I had to make some changes. So I really want you to like limit your alcohol consumption, not just for the health and fitness, just for making better decisions in life. I'm not saying don't drink or don't do alcohol, but moderation is key. If you have fitness aspirations, you have health aspirations, too much alcohol is going to take all of that away. So you want to limit your alcohol consumption. You want to definitely try not to drink heavy, drinks, drink wine. I like wine now. I drink a lot of wine when I want to drink. And just also stay away from sugary drinks, those cocktails, all of that, we call those empty calories. You're taking all of those calories, but you're not getting no nutritional benefit. So like I said, if you got fitness goals, and if you want to lose weight, you want to keep that weight off, you definitely want to limit your alcohol consumption. All right, everybody with me, still with me? We're going through this pretty fast. So the next one, another one of my favorites, is learn to love your body. When I deal with clients or my friends, family, they always tell me like, I hate my stomach, or I hate my legs, or they hate certain parts of their bodies. And I just want to tell them like, you got to really watch what you say and watch what you put out there. Words are powerful. Your thoughts are powerful. And when we hate something, guess what? We don't take care of what we hate. We actually destroy what we hate. We don't respect what we hate, right? So, and on the opposite, we take care of what we love. So instead of saying, I hate my stomach, or I hate my legs, or I hate my arms, or whatever, learn to love that body part and love it strong enough to take care of it. Be in that mindset, like, I love my stomach. I don't want to seem, whatever. Just learn to love, learn to use that word. I love my body. I'm going to take care of it. Stop saying you hate your body. Like, that's a very negative thing. And you just put that on you. And it just subconsciously, you're doing things to destroy what you hate. All right. So the next one is mindfulness meditation. What is mindfulness meditation? Mindfulness meditation is a type of meditation in which you focus on being intensely aware of what you're sensing and feeling in the moment. So what does that mean? So, for example, let's say, I used to, when I get stressed out, I used to be like a stress eater, right? A lot of people do that. They get stressed, you come home from work, your boss stressed you out, your coworker, you were stuck in traffic, and you become a stress eater. But when you practice mindfulness meditation, what that does is it helps you get in tune with your senses. And what happens is when you're going through stress and then you decide to meditate, you kind of realize, okay, I'm stressed and I'm not hungry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hungry. I'm just stressed. So I don't need to eat. You know what I mean? So you kind of like think more on that, and you get more in tune with your body. And also meditating helps de-stress. So it has all of these different benefits. It lowers your blood pressure. It just gets you in tune with one. So, and also recommend, a lot of people have a hard time staying focused and meditating. Your mind drifts and everything. And it happens to all of us. That's why they call it a practice. You just keep doing it. Meditation is a practice. And I recommend you use a guided meditation. When I go on YouTube, just type in guided meditation and start off with 5 minutes. Just sit there and breathe in your nose, out your mouth, and just become one. Remove all distractions, and I promise you, it will de-stress, and you'll you'll kind of come out of it a little bit more confident. All right, so that's that. Mindfulness meditation. For the next one, which I just came from the doctor yesterday, is go to the doctor at least once a year. You know, this one should be self-explanatory, but some people still don't go. And I say this, you must know your status, right? So like I say, like if you, it's like taking a math test and you never went to class. You know, how do you expect to pass that test if you don't know what's on the test, if you don't know what the subject is? So like your life, you know, it's just your test, your life. So you gotta, how you expect to pass in life if you don't know, you know, what's going on inside your body, like, you know? So I tell people, don't be afraid to go to the doctor. Go check your vitals, check your blood pressure, check your cholesterol. A lot of people are walking around pre-diabetic and they don't even know. You know, they don't know their sugar levels. You know, people are walking around with high blood pressure and they're like pre-hypertension or hypertension 1. And they don't realize if they tackle it now and early, they can avoid that stroke or they can avoid that heart attack. You know, I wish my mom would have been more proactive when it came to going to the doctor. She probably would have caught that heart disease a little early and she wouldn't have, you know, passed away at 49 years old. So I tell people, early detection is important. You know, that saves thousands of lives. When you think about cancer, you know, it's heartbreaking when someone catches cancer in the late stages, when if they would have kept getting regular checkups, they could have caught it early and would have been, you know, been here today, you know, been able to live a longer life. So please go get checked up. You know, if you haven't seen a doctor in a year or two, today, say to yourself, one of your goals should be, you know, let me call my doctor and get checked up. You know, that's very, very important. All right, number 8 is another one of my favorites is intermittent fasting, right? So what is intermittent fasting? So intermittent fasting is an eating pattern where you cycle between periods of eating and fasting, right? So what are the benefits? There's a lot of benefits to intermittent fasting. But for the sake of this presentation, I'm just going to focus on the weight loss benefits. So when you do intermittent fasting, your body's in the fasted state. So what I like to do is I fast for 16 hours and I eat for 8 hours. So what that looks like is I won't eat from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. So my last meal is at 8 p.m. and I won't eat until 12. So basically all I'm doing is skipping breakfast. And that whole time, you know, my body doesn't have any food in it. So it's not using the food and the carbohydrates and the glycogen and all of those scientific words. It's not using that to burn fat. I mean, to burn for energy is actually using fat, right? Your body tap into your fat storage. So a lot of people say, how do I get rid of my belly? I promise you do intermittent fasting. That's where your belly holds the most fat. And once you start using, you know, moving around and needing energy, your body's going to burn fat. You know, that's like it's scientifically proven, you know, so you want to try intermittent fasting. Now, I'm not saying it's for everybody, and I'm not saying jump right into 16 hours of fasting. You know, instead of eating breakfast at 8 o'clock, push it to 10 o'clock and then slowly wean yourself into it. You know, it's like getting in the pool. You know, a lot of us don't just jump in the pool. You know, we put a toe in, then, you know, we slowly get in until we feel comfortable in the pool. And then next thing you know, we swimming. That's how intermittent fasting is, or anything that you do, actually. But intermittent fasting, you want to go at it slow, especially if you're new to it. You know, you're going to feel little side effects. You know, you're going to have those hunger pains. You're going to get all of that stuff. But I promise you, if you could stick through it, drink a lot of water while you're fasting, you're going to get through. Also, too, I don't want to stay too long on it, but when you do break your fast, make sure you break it with something healthy. You know, just because you're fasting, that doesn't mean you just eat, you know, anything. You know, you want to, because your body is like starving based. Now, I don't want to use the word starving because you're not starving, but it's like hungry for nutrition because it hasn't had anything in 16 hours. So it's going to pull everything. So if you eat something sugary, it's going to pull all of that sugar and your sugar levels is going to spike. So you want to eat something with nutritional value. You want to eat some good protein, lean protein, some good vegetables, some vitamins, all of those things that's going to enhance. So when you do intermittent fasting, when you break that fast, make sure it's something healthy. All right. And what else with intermittent fasting? I think that's it. We'll talk more. I know I'm pretty sure it's going to be questions in the comments. All right. So let's go to number 9. Number 9 is work out at least 3 to 4 times a week. Right. So a lot of times people tell me they don't have time to work out. Their schedule won't allow them to work out. And I get it. You know, I'm a father of 3. You know, I work full time. I train. You know, I have a real busy schedule too. But I got to say this. You don't have to dedicate just going to the gym an hour. Some people don't have an hour or 30 minutes to go to the gym. You could turn your day into a workout. You know, you could get off the bus a few stops early. You could take the stairs instead of the elevator. You know, you can walk. You can it's a lot of different things that you can do that you can incorporate instead of saying you can't work out. Turn your day into a workout. You know, where I work at on the 2nd floor, it's like a big circle, like a rotunda. And I see a lot of my coworkers, they up there, they're just walking, getting their steps in during their lunch break or during their break. And I love it. They see me, they're like, look, I'm walking, you know, because they know I encourage that. So like just any little thing, you know, and also if you do have time to work out, some people have the time, they just don't have the motivation. So I tell you to do a workout that you enjoy. You know, I had this one client, she hated cardio. If I put her on the treadmill, if I put her on the Stairmaster, if I put her on the bike, she just complained, rolled her eyes. She did it, but she hated it. So I just like, no, how can I get her to enjoy something? So I introduced her to boxing. Next thing you know, every time we met, when are we boxing? When are we boxing? She loved boxing. So I started incorporating that a lot as our cardio. You know, it's not about what you do, you know, just about having fun. So some people like boxing. One of my clients, she joined like a 40 and over double dutch club, and they meet once a week and they jump double dutch and do hula hoops in New Jersey. You know, I love that. You know, some people do cycling, swimming, you know, whatever it is. Movement is medicine. So I tell you, just get out there and move. You don't have to, no one's trying to be athlete of the year. No one's trying to, you know, run marathons or, you know, we just want to look good and feel good. And we all know, those of us that worked out, right after that workout, how good do you feel? You may feel spent, you may feel tired, but you feel accomplished. Like, oh my God, that felt good. You know, so you got to remember that feeling too. But if you do something you enjoy and something that's fun, trust me, you're going to want to do it. You're going to be more inclined to doing it. All right. So this presentation is going by pretty fast. I can't wait to get to the Q&A. All right. So the next one, the last slide in conclusion is the journey is a marathon, not a sprint. Right. So a lot of people, they want that instant gratification. And I tell people, like, you got to really enjoy the process. You know, I started working out consistently in 2013. I didn't get into the best shape of my life until 2017, 2018. That's when I was like running 9, 10 miles. I was lifting heavy. I was like in the back, but it took me 5 years to get there. And I've tried every diet. I've done the vegan. I did that for a couple of months. I tried keto. I did all types of workouts. I did boxing, like everything, you know, but it took me learning my body, learning what I love. And I just enjoyed the process. I enjoyed trying new things and doing new things. And it didn't become a task. It became a lifestyle. And that's what we want it to be, a lifestyle. Eating right, exercising, you know, you want it to be a lifestyle. You don't want it to be a chore or something you hate doing. Oh my God, I got to eat these vegetables. Spice it up. You know what I'm saying? There's very good, healthy foods. And also, I'm not saying don't enjoy, you know, an occasional slice of cake or a slice of pie or ice cream. You know, me and my kids, we go out for ice cream. I'm not, you know, this prude that say, oh, we eat healthy in this house all the time. we have fun. But 80% of the time, we're exercising, we're being active. That 20%, you know, is that time where you could just have ice cream, birthdays, and stuff like that. And also, before we conclude or get into the Q&A, the other part of it, the reason why I say 9 steps, right? And the reason why I don't focus just on one step or just exercising or just, you know, eating right. You know, some people, they don't exercise, they just eat, you know, eat clean, or they do yoga or something. But guess what? What will happen if, you know, something happens, tragedy happens, and you can't exercise? You break your ankle, God forbid, or you hurt yourself, or you got to go on a business, like something that's stopping you from exercising. What else are you going to tap into to stay healthy, right? So this is like having 9 steps, 9 different strategies to stay focused is almost like having backup plans, right? So if you talk to a financial advisor and an investor, they'll tell you they don't put all of their money into one stock. They diversify their portfolio. So if one stock fails, guess what? They have other stocks to make up for it. They're not going to go broke. That's how it is with fitness. If you put all of your thing into just going into the gym or just eating right, and you don't tap into other things to help you stay focused and stay on track, you're gonna fail. So you always gotta. So these 9 things are the things that worked for me, and you can take some of them, but also think you could possibly think of things that will work for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's like my whole approach to it, right? Always diversify your fitness portfolio. I just thought of that. Diversify your fitness portfolio, all right? And that way you will lose weight and you'll never find it again. I guarantee it, right? So look, I hope y'all like that little quick presentation. And I'm gonna give everybody the opportunity to unmute themselves. But I do wanna go through some of these questions, all right? If that's okay. I'm gonna start from the top. Hold on. My goal is to lose 20 pounds before the end of the year. So that's from Denny. So you see how you say my goal is to lose 20 pounds before the end of the year? We need to know why you want to lose 20 pounds, right? You want to tap into why. And I think the end of the year is a good number. And so just find out why and tap into that, and then put an exact date. Instead of saying end of the year, put an exact date on that. You know what I'm saying? Say, you know, December, before Christmas, December 24, Christmas Eve, my 20 pounds down is gonna be my Christmas gift to myself. You know, something like that to keep you motivated, all right?
Yeah.
30 pounds because health issues and by the beginning of next year, 2022. Same thing, Crystal. You want to put a date on it. Put a date on exactly when you want to lose that weight. And, you know, you don't got to put your health issues in there, but make sure you tap into those health issues. And then also see what else you can do that's going to help you with those health issues. You know, because losing, God forbid, I don't know what your health issues are, but let's say, you know, not you, but say someone's pre-diabetic. Losing 30 pounds isn't going to just help them. You also want to minimize your sugar intake and focus on that. So definitely dig a little bit deeper. I want to lose 85 pounds by March. You see, March 2022. 85 pounds is a lot of pounds to lose, right? And it's possible, but I feel like I want you to give yourself more time. We're in August right now. I want you to give yourself to August of 2022, Taisha. All right? Don't, because it's too much pressure. You know, it's things that's coming up. Think about all of the things. We got the holidays coming up. All of that stuff is coming up, and it's gonna be distracting. I'm not saying you can't do it. I just want you to just be a little bit more mindful and give yourself a little bit more time to achieve that goal. And you could definitely do it.
So what, like maybe 50 instead of 85?
Yes, and that's another thing. I should have said that too. We could break it down. 50 is a good number, you know, and you can even break it down instead of 85 by March, you could say, I want to lose 15 by October, right? And then after you lose that 15, say, I want to lose another 10 by the end of November. Then I want to lose another 10 by December. Like, break it down so it won't look like this big, intimidating number. You know, you got to chop it down. You know, this dude, David Blaine, that dude that does the magic, he was like in the water. He had to hold his breath. He won the world record for holding his breath for like, you know, I guess a couple of minutes or something like that. And they said, how did you do it? And he said he didn't think about how long he was under there. He just thought about like every minute, okay, I just got a minute left. Oh, I just got a minute left. Instead of thinking about, oh, I'm gonna be in here for 10 minutes, he just kept breaking it down. So I just got a minute left. I just got a minute left. And it just tricked his mind to not being overwhelmed. So you could do that with fitness too. Instead of saying 85, say, I want to lose 10 by next month, or, you know, next 6 weeks, something like that.
Well, the reason why I said that, because let me just ask you as the fitness expert. So on average, right, a person is supposed to, a healthy number to lose on average a week would be what, like 2 to 3 pounds?
Yeah, 2 to 3 pounds. That's a healthy number. But you have to take into consideration some people that have a lot more body fat, like obese people, stuff like that. You'll see that number drop, the number higher. You know, they'll lose 5, 10 pounds, 15 pounds sometimes in a week because, you know, they have a lot more to lose. So, but then it'll kind of it'll even out. You know, it won't be like that consistently. But the first, you know, it's a lot of water weight that you'll be losing. But on average, yes, the healthy weight between 1 and 3 pounds is the healthiest time and healthiest amount of weight to lose in that time.
How do you lose? What is a good way to lose? I'm sorry to monopolize the time. What can you do to lose water weight? Because I'm heavy set, but I'm not, thank God I don't have any, I'm just, you know, overweight. I don't have any other ailments or conditions, like I don't have diabetes or high blood pressure or anything like that, thank God. But how do I find that very difficult? Like how do you lose water weight?
So water weight is a lot of people gain water weight from their body retaining water, right? And when you're taking a lot of sodium, you know, salty foods, your body retains the water. So one way to lose water weight is to limit the salty foods that you take in, lower your sodium intake. And another way is, it may sound crazy, is to drink a lot of water, because also your body retains water because maybe it's not getting enough water. So you drink more water and lower your sodium intake, you'll lose more water weight. And then, like, you know, you sweat it all out, working out. The first thing to go usually is water weight, right? Did I answer your question?
So I didn't hear that first part because my internet was crazy, but you said to drink more water.
Drink more water and limit your sodium intake.
Yeah. I don't
Sodium.
cook sodium though. I don't know what.
It's not even about what you cook. Sometimes if you eat processed foods, or if you eat foods that come from the can or food that's in the package, they use a lot of salt to preserve it. So you don't realize that you're taking in a lot of sodium. Even if you don't add salt to your foods, a lot of foods come with high sodium. You just got to make sure you look at the nutritional facts. But you definitely want to limit your sodium intake, drink a lot of water, and, you know, sweat a lot.
Okay,
All right. All right, let me see what else we got here. Cherie says, one goal is to lose stomach fat. Reason being is the year of unhealthy eating timeline, December. All right, so like I said earlier with the SMART goals, to lose stomach fat, you want to be more specific. You know, you want to give it a number. You know, you want to give it like something like pounds, or, how much, like say you wanted to lift weights, I wanted to lift 40 pounds or something like that. You want to quantify it. Also, like I was saying with the intermittent fasting, that's a very good strategy to help you burn belly fat. Because if you're exercising and you're moving and you're doing it in the fasted state, your body will pull from your fat storage. And that's a good way for it to target the fat. I'm not saying it's guaranteed it's going to pull from your belly fat, but eventually it's going to start pulling from the belly fat. Let's see what else. 50 pounds and not fine. All right, Julie. I want to lose 44 pounds by March 22nd and flatten my arm. Missed it. So Jennifer Haynes said, I want to lose 44 pounds by March 2022 and flatten my stomach. All right, so that's good. That's a good number. It's a great number, actually. And I suggest you find, tap into a reason why. Like I was saying, why do you want to lose 44 pounds? Jennifer, if you're still there, just if you can't answer now, just think about it. Why do you want to lose 44 pounds?
Oh, I'm here. Sorry. Mainly for my health, so I can be here for my children. I'm a single mom, so I just want to, live longer to be here with them.
Then I see you say you want to lose 8 pounds by August 26th. Is that realistic? Not really. To do that, like I said, I would have to know all of, your height, your weight, all of that stuff to be able to give you a definitive answer. But speaking from the way things are, like that's in what, 15 days, 2 weeks? It's not impossible, but the things that you're going to have to do to lose that weight isn't long lasting. We're talking about stuff that's going to, you can lose that in by August 26th, but what are you doing to lose that? What extreme are you taking? And are you going to be able to, maintain that? So you could probably lose it. You got a photo shoot or something like that. But guess what? You're going to gain it right back once you get back to your regular routine. You understand? So it's
okay.
But I want you to think of something that's going to help you actually do it for the long haul. Remember, this thing is how to lose weight and never find it again. I want you, when you lose that 8 pounds, I don't want you to gain it back weeks later.
Okay.
Right. Annabelle says she's a social drinker. Good. Therese Hall said, I strongly dislike my stomach. I hear you. Chris, I used to be hypertensive. I was walking heart attack, as my doctor said, about started a year ago working out, and that has changed drastically. Thank you. Chrissy Hayes. She said, I used to be hypertensive. I was a walking heart attack, and as my doctor said, but I started a year ago working out, and that has changed drastically. Be like, you didn't go to that doctor. If you didn't get checked out, you never know. You could have, had that heart attack. So thank God you went to the doctor and you was able to, catch it early. So blessings on that. How does fasting work for those who are diabetic? Is it better to work out more? I work out 6 days a week, sometimes 2 times a week. Definitely accomplished after working out. All right, so how does fasting work for those who are diabetic? So I tell people that are diabetic to go see your doctor before you take on any new eating regimen, because I'm not a doctor. I don't specialize in diabetes or anything like that. I know people that practice intermittent fasting and they're diabetic and it's working wonders for them, that is doing well. But I don't know, I don't want to say, it's fine. And then, I don't know. So I really think you should do more research and talk to your doctor. But I do know people that are diabetic that practice intermittent fasting. They have like great success with it. What else? You say that you fast from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. And so how does that work in terms of eating breakfast? So yes, I say I fast from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. and I don't eat breakfast. So what that means is I fast. Taisha, if you're still there, I fast that whole time. So just drink a lot of water. Black coffee or green tea with no milk or no sugar. That helps suppress the appetite. I know it's not the best tasting, but it definitely helps suppress the appetite. I'm a teacher, you don't eat breakfast. My doctor said that's one of my problems, and also that I don't eat enough or consistently. So sometimes, I'm not going against what the doctor says, but sometimes these doctors, they don't have the information on intermittent fasting. And I don't think that's one of your problems. I think if you do it with intention and when you break your fast, because, you're still going to get the calories that you need in within those 8 hours. It's just the benefits that you're going to get when you are fasting outweighs, whatever the issues your doctor may think you may be having. But, do more research. Send me a DM. We could talk more about it. I want to know more. I want to actually dig deeper on that. Yvonne said, I love intermittent fasting. It works so fast. Good. Who else? Any more questions? Did I miss anything? Anybody want to speak out? Oh, let me close that. I know we're live on Facebook too. I ain't even checked my Facebook questions. I'll check that later. But I hope everybody enjoyed it. It out now. If no one has any more questions. Stephanie, got any questions, Steph?
Yeah, Danny, I wanted to ask how, if you're a beginner starting over again, how do you begin? Is there any formal way that you can suggest that you can begin to start?
So are you saying starting working out, starting eating, or just starting everything? Are you just starting your whole health kit all over again? That's what you're saying? Steph, can't hear you. Steph. All right, so I'm gonna try to answer your question. So she asks, if you're just starting out, like how do you start? Where do you start from? So I suggest, like I said in the beginning of this presentation, you start off by writing your goals down. You start off with the SMART goals. Figure out what you want to do. Figure out how much weight you want to lose. How you're going to approach it, why you want to lose that weight. Give yourself the timeline. I say that's where you start. As far as the exercising, I want you to wean yourself into it. Don't go in trying to do what you used to do or do what you did 5 years ago. Start off slow, listen to your body, ease your way into it. And if you can afford it, invest in a personal trainer or join a fitness class, a beginner's class that can kind of keep you motivated. And also, as far as the eating, same thing. Don't start off saying you're going to be a vegan and, commit to these, very intense diets. Start off by saying, you know what, I'm going to give up soda, or I'm going to give up, I'm going to have meatless Mondays. I'm not going to eat any meat on Mondays. You want to start off with like baby steps. Make sure you don't overwhelm yourself and don't try to put too much on yourself. Remember, this is your whole life. You have time. This is a marathon, not a sprint, right? This is a marathon. Start off slow, just like you would start a race. If you're running a marathon, you're not going as fast as you can as soon as the gun go off. You're starting off slow, you're pacing yourself. So that's a good way to go about it. Starting off very slow. Let's see, do we have any more questions? Let me check the chat. Are there exercise I could do without much knee action that will help me lose weight? The little bit of walking I do cause my knees to swell up and I have to stop until it's better. That's a great question. Dana, what up, D? So I would say that is, a lot of people have those knee issues and you want to do exercises, like you said, that's very low impact. One thing that I know someone who has knee issues, she likes to ride a bike, and she does it on a stationary bike where she's getting that movement, but it's not like impacted her knees like that. So that's one good thing you can do to minimize knee pain. Get on a stationary bike. Another good exercise, if you can do it, if you can stand for a while, try some boxing. Moving around, moving your upper body is doing most of the movement. A lot of floor exercises. You could do things on the floor where you're not using your knees, bicycle crutches and leg lifts and all of these different exercises where your knees aren't taking a hit. And then they also have a lot of low impact exercises and modified versions of like jumping jacks. Instead of jumping, you can step into it and then listen to your body. Your knees will tell you when it's time to sit down. You sit down and, but don't let it stop. Don't let it stop you from moving. Don't let it stop you from exercising, so definitely all those different types of workouts. There's such thing as working out too much, too often. Yes, there is a such thing. You can burn out and you can overwork yourself. And I experienced that personally. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I was training, it was around 2017. I was training like every day. I was training in the morning, waking up, training in the morning. Then I would go to work, my regular 9 to 5. I would train during my lunch break, train after work. And when I would train with my clients, some of my old clients that are here, they would tell you, I would work out with you. So if you want a treadmill running, I'm running with you every day. And then I will work out on my own. And then I want to go into the doctor, getting my regular checkup. And my kidneys, it looked like, the doctor said it looked like I have stage 2 kidney disease because the way my kidneys was functioning. And then we started going over my regimen, my schedule for the day. And she said, you're working out too much and I'm not getting enough water or nutrition. And my body, soon she said I was gonna pass out. Like you said, you was, the doctor told you was a walking heart attack. I was gonna pass out from dehydration because I wasn't getting enough water. Yes, you can work out too much. You can overwork. You want to give your body time to rest. Everything happens when you're resting. All of the benefits happen when you're sleeping. So if you're working out, you exercise, and you don't get enough rest, you're not going to see the results you want to see. Everything happens while the muscles grow while you sleep. Your body repairs itself. Everything happens while you're sleeping. So yes, you want to give yourself time to rest. You want to give yourself time for your muscles to repair and recover. So yes, definitely can work out too much. See, Jennifer Hayes said, I have noticed that while working out, I am struggling with my breathing. It's like I stopped breathing to focus on the move. What's your advice for remembering or being able to breathe through a workout? Great question, Jennifer Hayes. So the answer to that, I have a few answers to that. One, you got to be mindful. You got to breathe. You got to remember to breathe. When I'm training my clients, I'm always saying, breathe, breathe, because sometimes when they're struggling, they forget to breathe. So you got to be conscious of that. Also, getting back to the mindfulness meditation. Like I said, mindfulness meditation is when you kind of like tune into senses. And you can do that even while you're working out. So while you're working out, while you're running, instead of just running, listening to your music or watching something on the treadmill on the screen, listen to your body, feel your feet touching the treadmill, or like listen to your breathing, your heart. Stay focused, breathe in your nose, out your mouth, create like a rhythm. And like really, because like I said, when you overexert yourself or if you working out too much, you will forget to breathe. It happens to all of us. You got to constantly remind yourself to breathe. So if you tap into that mindfulness meditation, it definitely helps you get in tune with your senses. And like instead of focusing on the music or whatever's going on outside, definitely hone in and focus on your breathing, your heart, your leg, your arms, everything that you're moving, focus on how it feels and as you're doing the workout. All right, let me see. Excellent. Excuse me. Thank you. All right, so look, I want to close it out, but I want to open up my DMs and my email. My email, I don't know if you guys could write it down, is dcrawford691@gmail.com. That's my email. So you can email me all your questions. If you have more detailed questions, trust me, I'm here to answer all of your questions. And send me a message, DM me. Thank you for taking the time out to do this webinar. This is like one of my first ones that I actually like did myself. So I'm proud so many people came and participated. And also be on the lookout for that book, How to Lose Weight and Never Find It Again. Definitely, it's going to be on Amazon, Barnes and Noble. You know, it's going to be ebooks, audio books. We're laying out the whole red carpet for this. And if you send me the book, if you buy it, we could meet up. If you're in the New York, Connecticut area, I'll sign it, all of that good stuff. So thank you again. Remember, you can lose weight, never find it again. That's the whole object of it, right? So stay focused, taking those 9 steps. Thank you. God bless. And I will see you all soon. I think I got one more question there. Let me make sure. Okay, somebody said, great job. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so listen, again, thank you guys. Be good. Have a good night. Eat something healthy. Get some rest. And I'll speak to you all soon. Later.
Later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome.